All right, let's get straight to the biscuits. At 0800 hours this morning, an American soldier was eaten by a Nazi dinosaur.
That's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No, Claire, that's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Try thinking first before you open your mouth.
Come up here.
Everybody sit down.
Greetings, Colonel.
I said sit down! Now, you know how I don't like to use the sit-down gun, but this morning we just don't have time for mucking about. Major Allied cities have come under attack
Nazis?
Close your mouth.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today on Re-Arted and Reviewed, Youngblood issue 100. We made it. God, it felt like 100 issues, but it was only 6. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're having a good Sunday evening. We're gonna jump right into this Raiders of the Lost Narc. You know what I'm saying? Who ratted on him? Who let him out? Why would he do it? Tune in next time. I don't know. What? What? Listen, Noah. Also, hello, Noah. Listen, I'm not an old man yelling at clouds. What I am is young, strikingly handsome, yelling into the void. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, woo! Fucking hell. My God. My God. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take a look at the chat here. You know, like right from the jump, you know, we got Scamps in here. Got K-pop in here. A1. These are like messages from the past and the future, right? Got A1 here. Dale. So help me if you give Shelby a bad review. Oh, you sweet summer child, Dale. G1 Mech in here. Pre-stream, hello. Good to see you, G1. But yeah, you know, Dale's here. He loves the LA Raiders, but not really, because that's not what anyone's talking about. We're talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark. And that's how it is, you know? It's just how it is. Whew. Guys, I feel like we've come a long way, and I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Oh my God. So we're on issue 6 of Youngblood, aka issue 100. We made it. Right? Looks like we made it. You know. Guys, we're just gonna jump into it. There's an ennui. There's a certain something that's settling over me. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Whew. All right. Let's fucking do this. Oh my God, it's so... All right. So we're here. Issue 100. For no apparent reason, Vogue is on the cover. Vogue has played no part in anything that has happened here today, on this day or any other day. I like, if there ever was a character, Dale, are you here to spike my cortisol? Are you here to instigate what might be the most ridiculous comment you have probably ever made? This is not a great cover. You're killing me with this shit. This is not a great cover. It's a cover, but it's not a great one. So we've got Die Hard here. Weird foreshortening on his arms. His body's all... Stop it, Dale. Stop it. Just stop it, please, God. Make it stop. Oh my God, I'm so glad this is the last one. I'm so glad this is the last one. Whew. It's hot in here. You know what I'm saying? I think it's my blood pressure. All right, so Youngblood, issue 6, aka issue 100. Give me a hunna. You know what I'm saying? We're keeping it a buck here, Youngbloods. All right, so Rob Liefeld, stories, pencils, and inks. Juan Manuel Rodriguez, color art. Chance Wolfe and Shelby Robertson, additional inks. Russ Wooten, lettering. Drew Gill, production and design. And then we got a list of a bajillion covers. You're literally like putting Christmas wrapping on a turd. Like, spoiler alert, this is the most boomer unk slop you're ever gonna see. It is just ugh. But we'll persist, and still we're gonna continue to persist. All right. So, again, no such thing as an establishing shot. None, Dale. There's no establishing shot here. Miles beneath the ocean's surface, the last monarch of the Kingdom of Newport fights desperately to save his people. The Horde he fights are minions of the Keep, an oppressive alien force that has assumed domination over the Earth. Rather than bend the knee, pledge fealty to hostile invaders, he resists. He fights. Each skirmish provides more time for his citizens to flee, to find safe harbor, because they're in the ocean, and there's water and stuff, The Keep would not understand such sacrifice, nor would they care. Now, if you remember, in the last issue, Die Hard was saved by that guy, the knife guy, aka Prophet Jr., Task. His name was Task. God, I hate that I know his name was Task. Task pulled the cords off of Die Hard, and Vogue was there, and they saved him in an impossible, funhouse mirror escape sequence. Then, for no other apparent reason, Shaft and Badrock were hunting a Tasmanian rhino. Purple polka-dotted rhino, for no reason. And then they turned around, right? And there was 5 pages. There was 5 pages wasted on fighting this rhino. And then Badrock just turns around and goes, Die Hard? Bruh? What's up? And then they introduced the team, and all the warriors were ready, right? And there was a little bit of Namor of the Sea here, Roman, fighting. None of it mattered. Again, we have here no establishing shot. There are punches being thrown that never connect to anyone. And Roman's suit is completely different than it was in the previous issue. Right? And so you would assume that no time has passed relative to what happened in the last issue for him. Right? You would assume that, and this is a big assumption. Yes. Why did Roman suddenly become Chinese? Why is he now Asian? Why is he Blade in Blade 2, where he can't open his eyes underwater? Baffling. So, we got the recap out of the way. We're back here. All the heroes are together. They introduced everybody multiple times. Right? Everybody's been introduced. We should know who everybody is. Right? His time for fighting is over. What appears as a retreat is actually a carefully timed pivot. Waroo! The signal is sent. One final move that triggers the end of a calamitous game. Why is he arched like, Waroo? Hey guys. I'm Roman. I'm like a mariner of the sea. I love seamen, if you know what I'm saying. And I think you do. Terrible. For one brief moment, the severity of unintended consequences weighs on Roman. How this day will be recorded will depend on the ultimate outcome. Did you win out, or did you lose everything you hold dear? Bum, bum, bum. So, again, nothing's really happening. There is literally like every one of these issues is there's a bunch of grandiose dialogue that is just word vomit. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't like move the plot forward. And then one character, doesn't have to be Roman, doesn't have to be Die Hard, doesn't have to be Shaft. It doesn't matter who it is, right? There's just a sequence of people punching people, but it's never actually connecting or going past, right? Yeah, he blew a horn, right? Like he called all the boys, like, you know, his Waru milkshake is going to bring all the boys to the yard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and look, like, listen, I'm going to give it to him. There's birds there for scale. There's birds for scale. It's so bad. Oh my god, it's so bad. So, you know, we got Namor, Roman, like just doing all this stuff. Hey, Plunge, how you doing? What am I doing? I'm reviewing Youngblood issue 100, AK issue 6. I hope you're having a better time than I am. That's all I can say. So now we scroll down, and so for however many issues now, we haven't even seen the Keep. We don't even know what they're doing. We don't even know how they stole Die Hard. We don't know anything about anything because nothing has actually been shown to us or even told to us in a satisfactory enough manner that we could actually follow the events as they are supposedly taking place. Oh my god. Do you stand with the Keep, malevolent overlords, conquerors of countless systems that cower under their oppressive heel, led by the Shepherd? The Harvest Planet. Oh, sorry. No. Whoa. Led by the Shepherd, they harvest planets, seeding them, growing vast armies of mindless servitors that they manipulate and control. On this day, they are fodder for the slaughter intended to slow the cresting wave of resistance. They are literally not saying anything. It is literally them going, hey, I'm going to paint a word picture about nothing happening. And then down here in the bottom, there's a bunch of dudes who look like Xerxes. Remember Xerxes from issue 1 and the Megalodon and the people from 33 AD that they had to time displace? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because Rob doesn't. Because he doesn't remember plot points and characters that he had in the book that were supposed to have some meaning. Right? And then these Keep guys, these celestial dudes, they're just like pretty like backdrop people. Like, baffling. Okay, so now we're going to get into another team introduction, which is going to bring me over to here. So on my screen, do you stand with the champions of the resistance? Do you stand with Youngblood? Youngblood! Sundance. Die Hard. Photon, Doc Rocket. Where the fuck did Doc Rocket come from? He has not been in any single motherfucking one of these issues. Doc Rocket's just here. Part of the team, apparently. Cougar. Shaft in a completely different outfit than he had in the last issue and the issue before that. Yes, Shaft got a new bow. He's clearly compensating for something. His bow is fucking-gantic. It's crazy. Then we get Combat, the so cleverly named Combat. Then we have Sentinel. That's a woman, so she is not going to have any consequence in the story, just like Vogue. Now, I'm honestly surprised that Chapel still looks like his jungle version from Arcadia. Right? I'm both surprised and impressed that one character has maintained some kind of cohesive change. The guns are still terrible, but here we are. And we're also on this, like, Gumroad brush background. Like, people, like, we're introducing characters who've already been introduced in every single fucking issue right up to this point. Right? Like, why are we having a double page spread? Where are they fucking at? Why are these people just here? Why are they being introduced for the 6th time in a 6-issue run? Right? There are more pages dedicated to double page spreads that are introducing characters in 6 issues than there are story pages. And the only thing that would even come close to catching up to the number of double page spreads are pages either A, with pointless headshots that don't do anything, or B, shots of people punching people, but you don't actually see them connecting. Right? Like, it's like the punch has happened, it's already past them, and their head's passed, and you can't tell if it's actually even a punch. You have to use your imagination. It's the imagination station here. Now, Shaft is here. He's badass. I already see umpteen eyes that are already off kilter. We're not going to fix them. We're not. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to push through. This is the day we've waited for. Execute the plan. Fight for all mankind. Now, in a real story that was well told and coherent, we would know what the plan was and what this was all culminating to. Like, right, because this issue should be like the climax resolution arc of a story, right? Like, and technically, a lot of the climax probably should have happened in issue 5, right? But that didn't happen, right? Like, they just introduced Prophet and they fought a rhino and they pulled some cords off of Die Hard. That's what happened in issue 5. There was no climax. We weren't at that. We weren't at the cliff, and we weren't waiting. Okay. Dale. Stan Lee said every comic book is somebody's first. Have to establish the characters. Now, I do not disagree. But you can do that with dialogue and conversation. Somebody can go, hey, Die Hard, we've got the plan to do X. You're right, Shaft. Let's go. Let's get the rest of the team together. And then you can do that. There are ways that you can introduce the characters, talk about the characters, talk about the plan. Somebody can pull up Badrock on a screen and go, Badrock, it's, everybody's here. Where are you? I'm with so-and-so and so-and-so. We're on our way. Right? There's ways you can do that while you're moving the story along. You do not have to have a splash page every single fucking time to introduce the characters. And this isn't moving the story along in any way, shape, or form. In fact, if anything, it is grinding it to a halt. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like Vogue was in issue 1, then she kind of disappeared. She was flying the plane. She was flying the plane around the entire time in issue 1 and never stepped foot on the Megalodon. The entire time. She just had nothing to do with it. Then I think it was, issue 5? She showed up with Task, and they saved Die Hard. Like, Task pulled the cords off, Vogue went, "You're up, Task," and he threw some knives. He ka-chooked some knives into a guy or two, and that was it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. So, and just to kind of keep everything, you know, the flow proper. What's going on? What's going on, Art of Roy? We're reviewing issue 100 of Youngblood. That's where we're at today. Okay, so the next page set up here is another double page spread. I'm showing you how it's originally here, and I've put them together. And so we're back here. I got to slide over here. And we are done. We are donezo with this one. So now we're back here. For 3 miserable years, the Keep lorded over the planet. They returned to Earth to dominate and devastate. They met little resistance. The forces that would stand against them failed to materialize. Rebel factions planned in quiet, worked in the shadows, moved between realms, all for one purpose, their freedom. Now here's the thing. Okay, why, Roy? I think this is important. Not because Rob is important, not because Youngblood is important, but storytelling in comics, layout, showing and not telling, all of those things are very important, and Rob is doing none of it. Right? And so for me, I think it's valuable for people to see what not to do. I think it's extremely valuable to understand storytelling, even if you're not an artist, right? Like, you should understand when you're getting sold a product that is poor. You should understand that if you're if you're some boomer unk fanboy, that this isn't okay, right? Like, that this storytelling and all this stuff is subpar, and that it's kind of a shame that Rob at this stage is putting out subpar material, right? And like, no amount of like Shelby Robertson or Chance Wolfe inks on this book can say, like, you know, sure, some of the pictures are pretty. There's some nice drawings, renderings of humans, but it's not good storytelling, right? And no amount of word vomit makes up for poor draftsmanship, poor story pacing, you know, just headshots of dudes for no apparent fucking reason, right? So that's why we're going over it. Like, and I was asked to do it. Also, I was asked by people to review it. So I'm doing it. That's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it. Away we go, you know? So now they're saying that 3 years have passed. In the last issue, we had issue 4, we had a 2-year passage of time for no apparent reason. Now, according to the time that has passed here, between issue 5 and 6, another year has passed. Right? Like, all these people are moving in the background. We have more of Die Hard in the background here, fighting what look like Xerxes bots, right? Or whatever, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen, Roy, like, I also, here's the thing, I also look at this content as evergreen content, right? Like, people watch the streams and enjoy the streams, and then I get to edit it down and put up a video, and then people can watch that video for now till the cows come home, and I'll have done this arc, right? It's just evergreen content that's good, right? Or bad. Depending on how you look at it, right? Sorry, back to the struggle. The keep grew comfortable, complacent, buying the rebels crucial time needed to coordinate one devastating strike. Communications between allies took careful but sustained precautions. A time for action would come. Training and tactics honed formidable skills. Strangers, rejects from the unknown, emerged to lend their arsenals to the fight. Crucial pieces that had been deliberately removed from play, liberated, restored for maximum consequences. Motionless, the Empyrean stands watch, not so much as a shrug, while the anthill stirs. Nothing was said here. Also, hello, Moon Trustee. How you doing? Literally nothing here. And this is my problem with this, right? There's just this word vomit dialogue that doesn't tell you what's happening. Doesn't tell you anything. It's like suggestions of things happening, like crucial pieces that had been deliberately removed from play, liberated, restored for maximum consequences. Like, what the fuck does that even mean in context to this story? Right? Like, who was removed? Who was liberated? Who was, like, do you know what I mean? Like, there is nothing happening. And it's like, you got the Wizard Supreme guy here. You have Prophet in silhouette. You have Chapel shooting a gun. You have whatever that random dude that was with that lady that I can't remember her name is that I redrew in the last issue. Die Hard, and you got a Keep guy. Like, what are they doing? They're literally just inset shots of guys doing random actions and not actually moving anything forward, not actually being like, oh, they hacked into this, they found the keep, there's no actual thing. And none of these shots are actually moving through anything, right? Like, you're not actually getting anything to happen, right? Like why is he shooting down here? What is he shooting at? Who is he shooting? You know, why is he shooting and going this way? Whose leg is this? What? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the problem with this. Like, and like I said before, I don't know if in Rob's head there's a story here. I don't know if he just draws a whole bunch of pictures and then tries to, like, make it coherent, right? Like, and I don't know if he comes into each issue with no memory of the previous issue and he somehow throws things together, right? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, Angela, how you doing? Right? Like, and so that's the really frustrating part about this, is that nothing's happening. There is no climax. We're not reaching a crescendo. We're not like, oh my God, are they going to do it? Like, there's no stakes here. There is nothing happening. There's a lot of grandeur and there's a lot of claim to there being stakes. Yes, it says it's written, illustrated by Rob. It's infuriating. Like, we'll slip back here. We'll slip back. I'll go to the credits page. Okay. Here we go. Right there. Rob Liefeld. Story, pencils, inks. Nowhere else does it say co-written, written by, edited by anybody. It just says story, pencils, and inks, Rob, and Russ Wooten lettering. So unless Russ Wooten is given a script and then says, do whatever you gotta do, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, whoo, you know? And so, yeah, that's the incredibly frustrating part about this, right? Is that, like, from a craft perspective, a storytelling perspective, from you wanting to, just as a reader, right? Like if you were trying to like read this and you're paying money for it, there is literally nothing happening here. Right? Like but like there are good Western comics, Moon Trusty. That's the thing. There are actual stories that have beginning and middle and ending, and they have subplots, and those subplots get wrapped up, or like an episode of like the A Team or MacGyver or whatever. The story takes place completely in one episode, but there are little strands, threads that pop up in other episodes of MacGyver or the A-Team or whatever. You know, you learn more about B.A. Baracus, you learn more about MacGyver's family or whatever. And those little things come up and they weave threads through a tapestry that is a story that you can enjoy over the course of the episodes or the course of the issues, right? And so that's the problem for me with this, is that like from issue 1 to this issue 6 right here, there isn't a coherent story. There are plot points that are brought up, and there are things that are like, oh, we have to do this, but they never explain why they have to do it, and they never actually like Rob doesn't take these characters on, like, you know, it doesn't take Shaft as like the leader and doesn't take him through this journey. We don't even know how Shaft feels about any of this. We don't know how Badrock feels about any of it. We don't know if there are people who are counting on them. Anything like that, right? Like, it's like there's like these big stakes, but there is no loss, right? Like, they're like, what do they lose? Like, what happens? Like, do they keep just annihilate everybody? Do they enslave everyone? Will they kill 50% of the population and make the rest of it? Like, there is nothing that, like, you know, the plot point that was brought up in issue 1 of the people they transported from back in the year AD 33, right? Like, what does that have to do with anything ever at any point? When they got Thor's hammer, why did they get Thor's hammer? When they fought that rhino, why did they fight the rhino? Like, if you were saying like, oh, okay, this rhino is magic, and if we grind its rhino horn down and put that paste on Thor's hammer, it will allow us to smash through this magic barrier, right? That the Keep has set up surrounding Die Hard. And that's the only way we can get to save Die Hard, is by combining these magical items, because it's the only thing that the Keep are weak against. Magic. Right? And so at least you're setting up stakes. At least you're setting up a story that has stakes and that has a goal. Right? And the characters, you have to get Shaft to the goal. Right? And so when you're telling a story, that's the thing. You're supposed to be rooting for these characters. You're supposed to be invested in them succeeding or failing. And that doesn't happen here. Right? Like, and it's not like, and here's the thing. This isn't even good in a like popcorn action summer movie spoofy fest kind of thing. Right? Like, it's just not good in any capacity. Like, you know, like Shelby and Chance can do the most beautiful inks on these pages that have ever been done. It doesn't make the story coherent. It doesn't make the movement through the pages enjoyable. Right? Like, you might look at a few of these shots and go, oh, that's really cool. Or as an artist, you might be like, oh, I like the cross-hatching on this, or the way they shaded this, or whatever. But it does not make a good story. It doesn't make for a good reading experience. It doesn't even make it like a story that I would like go back to ever again, right? Like, you know, you've read, like, people have read books over and over again. They've read Akira multiple times. They've, you know, maybe they were like certain books they are like Snow Crash or whatever, right? Or they watch Blade Runner all the time. Like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like, because they enjoy it, you can go back to it and get more out of it each time, right? this is inherently like the problem, right? Is that, listen, if my option is AI or this, I would take I'm an artist who is working on a book. And if my option is Rob's incoherent fucking nonsense or AI, give me AI any day. Because at least the AI might put together a coherent script. It might put together art that moves and is understandable in a way that's enjoyable, that in a way that brings me through a story. Because at least with the AI, I could probably punch into it, be like, okay, give me the hero's journey. This is the main character, Shaft. This is what happens at the end. Here are some of the beats. Go. You know, base it off the classic hero's journey. Give me that. And I would probably spit out something that is at least more coherent than this. Right? And so, like, that's my problem with this. Like, there's so much wasted potential here that there is no story. There is no arc. There is no subplot. There are plot points. And there's nonsensical narrative that just, like, is like somebody saying, like, the sky was blue. Bluer than any blue it's ever been before. No one has seen a sky this blue. And then they may never see a sky this blue again. And you're just like, okay, so the sky's blue. Thanks? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my problem with all of this. Because inherently, this is escapism. And in escapism, you want to lose yourself in another world. And at no point does this make it feel like there's any world to get lost in or anything to lose, right? Like from a stakes perspective, from a compelling narrative perspective, I feel nothing for these characters. I don't even feel like they feel anything for what's happening, right? Because like half the time when anybody talks, they're saying some random song lyrics, or they're saying like Badrock's like, I'm gonna doom ya or whatever. And it's just nonsense. Like it doesn't endear me to the character. It doesn't make me feel like these characters care about what's going on, right? Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like with like an isekai, like an isekai is just stranger in a strange land, right? Like, and so character shows up. They might be good at something. They might have something that separates them from this new world, right? That makes them special when they were ordinary elsewhere. Like, just like John Carter, right? John Carter, you know, regular kind of dude on Earth, ends up going to Mars and becoming a superhero. He's so different than everybody, and his thoughts and his heroic actions make him stand out there, right? And, you know, it's the same with like Flash Gordon or any of those characters. You actually care about them going on the journey. You care about them fighting who they're fighting. You care about all this stuff, right? And that to me is what's missing from this book, is a story. Right? Like, yeah, like John Carter or John Wick. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't fuck with a man's dog. If you go to Mars, you know, get all the ladies. Plunge is like, see, this is why I don't review comics. I want to stay sane and still love writing, creating. This is also, I would need more people going to writing school instead. Well, like, but here's also the thing, and I agree. Like, normally I don't review a lot of comics. I don't go this in depth into a series. I might review an issue or something I find interesting, or I'll show an art book off or talk about stuff that I like. This to me is like, this guy's been in comics since like the late 80s, early 90s. He's clearly a fan of the medium. So to see someone who's a fan of the medium clearly not learn anything from the medium and not care about the medium Because to me, like, putting this out in such a lackadaisical, reckless, like, uncaring, grateful way, this doesn't do his legacy any justice, and it doesn't do his fans, or the fans of Youngblood, any justice. Right? Like, you don't, like, if you were, you know, like, say you're, I don't know, Edwin Acevedo, lover of Rob Youngblood, whatever it is he is, right? You know, as a fan, you cannot look at this and read these 6 issues and spend like $4 or $5 an issue and sit down and read these and be satisfied with it. There is nothing satisfactory here. Right? Like, you don't come away with it being like, oh man, that was good. Oh, I enjoyed that. Oh, it was worth the wait. Like, oh, we got to issue 100. Oh man, like, wow. Wow, this was cool. Right? Like, we don't get that. And to me, that's the biggest disappointment out of the whole thing, is that in no way, shape, or form is this satisfying. Is it enjoyable as a product? Do you know what I mean? Like, and here's the thing, like, I don't even think it's, like, good art, right? And I don't mean, like, as in, like, oh, that person was drawn poorly. I mean, I don't think it's good as a representation of the art form of comic books, right? Like, if my option was to show these 6 issues or anything else on planet Earth to represent comic books to, like, someone who came down, you know, like some aliens came down and said, show me your comic books, good sir. Show me a representation of this art form that I've heard so much about. I would go out of my way to make sure they never seen these 6 issues. Period. There is nothing redeeming about this. This does not represent the art form of comics or storytelling in a way that represents story, represents, you know, the beginning, middle, ending, the climax, like the hero's journey, being taken on an adventure, nothing. It is fucking random word vomit, introductions of characters for, I guess, nostalgia. Like, if you're going to pull in Prophet, you're going to show these guys and be like, ta-da, here's Prophet. And it's like, okay, right? But for me personally, as a person who reads and enjoys comics, like, just as a reader, like, not even take the fact that, like, I'm making a comic book, like, take that, throw it out the door. Like, as a dude who just wants to sit down and enjoy a comic book, this ain't it. This isn't good storytelling. This isn't exciting action. This isn't good adventure. It isn't good writing. It isn't good dialogue. Like, there isn't anything about it other than maybe nostalgia. Maybe for some of these, like, boomer unks who are like, oh man, Die Hard. Oh man, Shaft. I really liked those characters when I was 14. But it's not, like, good. It's not interesting. It's not like this is such a interesting take on these characters. It is literally just nonsensical word vomit on pages, occasional running to plot points, and then even whenever there is something, like, it's like, oh my god, boom, there's like a 2-year time jump. Die Hard has been, you know, absconded and, like, held captive. When they find him, the guy just walks up and pulls cords off him. Like, there was never any stakes. There was never any eggs. There was no bacon. Right? Like, there's nothing about it that, like, makes it even relevant. It doesn't even make Youngblood, like, relevant again. Like, I don't understand how anybody is buying this book and enjoying it, right? Like, you have to be buying this book and maybe flipping through it, or like, oh, I bought the Wilts cover or the Mark Silvestri cover, and that's it, right? And it's like, and that's the thing, like, even if it's nostalgia bait, you're baiting people into buying something that's fucking terrible. Like, just utterly terrible, just trash, right? Like, it's Sumo, you know what you missed? Garbage. You missed Garbage Day, right? Like, also, hello, Sumo. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand it, right? Like, I don't get why you do this, right? Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, okay, like, here's the thing. Like, Rob isn't getting any younger, right? And you've only got so many projects in your life. Why put this out? Right? Like, why stink up your legacy with something? Because, like, here's the thing. No one's going to look back on this in 5 years and go, man, do you remember when Rob knocked it out of the park with bringing back Youngblood? No one's going to remember this. No one's going to look back on it and go, hey, I really enjoyed when he brought Youngblood back. Like, that was awesome. Like, there's nothing here to even, like, commiserate about or, like, be excited about from a storytelling perspective, or even, like, to be excited about these characters, right? Like, it's just, like, even the way, like, the limited amount of interaction the characters even have with each other, they're fucking annoying, right? Like, I can't stand most of these characters because their interactions are terrible, and they don't even, like, emote in a way that makes any sense for what is going on in what little story there is there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Hey, Phil, how you doing? Yeah, listen. None of them are getting any younger. All right, so, you know, here's the thing, Sumo. We are literally only on. I'll give you a quick recap of what you're not missing. All right. So, Roman Namor, Mr. Ra's al Ghul of the Sea, shows up fighting people in the ocean. There's a bunch of random dialogue about what a hero he is, but nothing actually happens, right? He punches some people. He does, like, he's holding a guy here and he's maybe punching this guy in the face. Then he effeminately blows a horn. It's a gay horn to all the boys in the yard. His milkshake is about to bring them. Now, then the Keep show up. Still nothing happens. Right? This is like, it's like weird. Like, it's like montages and flashbacks to things, to a comic book that that never happened. That's that is literally what, like, this book feels like. It's like out there off in the universe somewhere, there is a Youngblood comic that happened and had all this interesting story and all these events, and this is like some kind of alternate weird, like, fever dream recap of those events. That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. Also, hello, Dean. Okay, here's the thing, Dean. Rob is not good. Also, water is wet. Agreed. But I also read Bad Blood. Deadpool Bad Blood. And it was actually decent. And it was written by him. And the storytelling and the pacing and all that stuff was coherent. So coming into this relaunch of Youngblood, I was kind of interested to see what he would do to bring it back, right? And to my, and I think everyone else on planet Earth's disappointment, is that this is like the most boomer unk slop you're ever going to see. It's like nostalgia without any reward. It's like no story, just, you know, pin-up shots of characters all the time, shots of them doing things, but like with no context. Do you know what I mean? It's very bizarre, and it just doesn't make any sense. And we're on the 6th issue of an arc that literally nothing has happened. No stakes have happened. They've gotten Thor's hammer after Thor died off screen, and nothing means anything. And it's just nonsense. Just nonsense. Sumo, Jay, no, you're not doing Whatnot, are you? Why do you ask? Why do you say no? And then, so, we're here, we got another double page spread, Sumo. So we've literally only had 3 pages for this double page spread that I'm literally talking about right now, right here, that nothing actually happens on. And then we get to this, another double page spread. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to do not save. And then boom, we're back here. Big shot of Shaft in his new outfit, shooting an arrow in someone's eye. And here's the thing. Look at this page movement. He's putting an arrow in somebody's eye. Who is this dude right here? We're not even introduced to these people he's shooting at. Like, at no point is it explained or shown or an establishing shot of Shaft coming on scene and there being a threat. There's nothing. Right? There is no establishing shot. There's not even talk about where Shaft was going and why he is now putting an arrow into this dude's eye. At the center of the storm, Shaft directs combat operations. Months of careful planning executed in one final sweep. Where's the plan? We have had fucking 6 issues. We're on issue 6 now. And in those 5 issues, no coherent plan was ever laid out. They literally had Shaft and Badrock beat up a purple polka-dotted Tasmanian rhino. 5 pages of them fighting a rhino for nothing, and nothing ever explained. There's no careful planning. You have not brought the reader along the plan to know what the plan is, right? We haven't been pulled up to a point where we go, okay, they're going to do it. Like, this is make or break for Shaft and the Youngblood team. There's nothing, right? They tell us there's a plan, and then they show up at a place and go, hey, we got Thor's hammer. We're going to need it. It's magic. And then we move along. And at no point is there a plan. His entire adult life, he has served the greater cause, championing the weak, defending the good, extinguishing evil. And this is my entire problem with this whole book. You're telling me he has done this. At no point in any one of these issues has he done that. You know what I mean? Like, he has not saved anyone. He shot some robots, but there's never been anyone in peril. Do you know what I mean? Like, there hasn't been a cat in a fucking tree for him to save. There hasn't been a child, like, cowering under a car. There hasn't been, like, anything, right? There hasn't been anyone to save. There are no humans that I have seen in this book aside from the good guys and the supposed bad guys, right? Like, there is no steaks, there is no eggs, there is no fucking French toast. There's nothing. There's the idea where we're told that there is a plate out there somewhere where French toast may be had, and they might sprinkle some of that fucking icing sugar on it. Do you know what I mean? But in this book, it doesn't exist. There is no story that is coherent. There are no stakes. There are no characters doing anything that makes any sense. And just because, this is the re-arted and reviewed, his eye, again, for the millionth time, too far over this way. It's painful. So, you know what I mean? And here's the thing. Even this, so he's shooting, right? Like, we got our boy Shaft shooting here. He shoots this guy in the eye. And then we have these arrows coming here, him screaming, and then we got him here buns akimbo. What's he shooting at? We've not established any, none of this action has been established so that the reader even knows what the fuck is going on. Right? Like, it makes no sense. Like, there's not even a cord on this bow. My guess, Dean, is that these are like telescopic sniper rifle. They're not barrels. They're scopes. They're scopes like that you would see on a sniper rifle. That would be my only guess. Right? They make no sense otherwise, because the arrow, as you can see, the arrow is right here. He has pulled this arrow back, and he's thwipping them. Right? It's painful. It's incredibly painful. The Keep embody the greatest challenge he has ever faced. They attacked without warning, putting an entire planet on its heels. We at no point have even seen a planet on its heels. We have at no point even seen this attack, right? Like in the very first issue, there was the ship, the Megalodon. There's Xerxes, who has been gone, right? He, after issue 2, and he beat up like Supreme and shit, and Team Supreme and Kid Supreme, he's just gone. He doesn't exist. The people he transported from AD 33, they've never been brought up again. Like, that whole plot point is gone, right? Like, if there was some need for mass displacement, like equal displacement, like in Full Metal Alchemist, like if you take this from here, you put this has to go here. If there was a reason for that and it was explained, and you were like, oh man, like that's crazy that they're, that they've transferred these people from this other time period to do this nefarious thing. Cool. I'm down. But none of that has happened. I have thought about more plot ideas than are in this book, right? Like, because there's so much telling, no showing, and the implications of things happening off screen. Like 9 times out of 10, anything that they say has happened, gone. Yes, the longer you look at this, the more problems say this is a bad spread. There are very few good spreads. Like, very few. Very few. Like, and like, well, here's the thing. Like, if I open the previous one, what's happening here? There's a guy here. There's some fighting in the back. This guy's flying across, right? Like, so there's like a full piece of movement here. Nothing's actually happening. Die Hard's punching a dude. Then he's blasting down. We don't even know whose foot this is. This is Prophet yelling. Who is Chapel shooting? Who is this guy shooting? What is even Die Hard doing? What is this? Like, there's nothing happening here. It's painful. So, we're not saving. We're back. So, boom. Nothing happens here. He's again buns akimbo. He's ready, and then he's pulling back like his. And here's the thing, his bow doesn't have any of these accoutrements on them anymore. Where, like, we literally just went from here to here, where his weapon now suddenly has changed. Right? You can't even keep the gear the same on the same spread. It baffles me. Baffles me. All right, so now over here, because we still haven't gotten an establishing shot, right? Okay, so we're back here. For years, Shaft has led Youngblood Squadron, a team of hyper-powered, genetically superior operatives. On the previous page, they just said that Shaft's entire they're introduced, we are in issue 6. They are reintroducing the leader of the team, who was the leader of the team in every single issue, and they introduced him in every single issue. We know who he is. You've already done a double page. You've already done a double page spread. Where's it at? You've already done a double page spread. Wait, no. That's 4. That's 2. Where's it at? 5. Right here. You've already done a double page spread where you've introduced all these characters again. They do this in every single issue. They waste time showing off these characters so we know he's the leader. They tell us he's the leader in every single issue. They introduce him in every single issue. There's nothing special about his genetics, his weapons, the tech he wields. It's state-of-the-art. The super bow. Arrows that are fired using reverse polarity hyper-alloy armor. All tools in the hands of the ultimate craftsman. His craft is justice, and today there will be justice for all. And now he has the scopes back. They weren't there the last time. Just literally a page before in the panel. Again, we've introduced Shaft for the umpteenth time. We still have not seen who or what he is attacking. He's just been firing arrows and yelling. He's been mouth agape, jumping around, firing arrows at fucking who knows what, right? We're however many pages in. This is supposed to be the climax of this 6-issue arc, right? Yeah, no, and he doesn't even have this, that stuff that's on his armor isn't on his armor here. His armor is different here. Drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. So, there's so much wasted. Potential. I'm over it. There's so much wasted movement, so much wasted art that leads nowhere, that tells no story, that moves nothing forward. Here's 3 arrows at the bottom and an inset. What? So we roll down here, and I swear to God, when I seen this page, I was like, is this just the same fight from the first issue that he has with the imp on the ship? I was like, it looks almost identical. Now we're reintroducing Die Hard again. Die Hard, the ultimate battery, unyielding in his function. There you are, Youngblood's Energizer Bunny, and the dialogue is fucking atrocious. Fucking atrocious. It is the worst boomer unk shit you'll ever fucking see. Like, it literally needs, you know what I'm saying, fam? It's fucking terrible. It is fucking disgusting how borderline illiterate this fucking shit is. And it's not fun, it's not funny, it's not clever, and it's not even fucking entertaining. It's not even like, Energizer Bunny, oh, that Rob, oh, that imp character, ugh, so good. Like, it's fucking bad. Like, listen, there would be nothing I would like more than this to be good. I would love for this to be good. Now, beyond Wednesdays, you're clearly trolling. Because now what I can appreciate what Rob has done. He had a Gene commercial. You know, he worked at Marvel. I read Bad Blood. It was good. This is not good. These 6 issues are completely 100% incompetent. They do not tell a story. The dialogue is terrible. Plot points are brought up and then immediately forgot. It is terrible. I don't like if you think this is good, I think your literacy and your comic book literacy is in question. Your inability to follow a story. Listen, the only person who even like sniffs at the shoes of Stan Lee to replace him is Todd McFarlane. Thinking like, listen, and here's the thing, Rob is probably a very nice guy to sit down and talk to. I'm sure if you sat down and talked about comics with Rob, that'd be fun. Be a good time. Right? Like he is passionate. I've seen him talk. He is passionate about the craft, but his passion is not here. His passion is not in this project. If he still has the passion, it is not in this book. Straight up. Because there is no story here. There's suggestions of story, and they say they're doing things, but no character actually does anything. There are no stakes in the book. There is no follow-through in the book. They say they need a thing, and then they just go, oh, we're there. We've got Thor's hammer. Thor died off screen. No one cared. Like, there's no build to anything, and there's no payoff for anything. And to me, that is the saddest and most unfortunate part of this whole, you know, bringing back Youngblood, bringing it to issue 100, all that kind of stuff. The reality is this is a poor product. This is a poor consumer effort, right? And so there are a billion other books out there, and there are a billion other better books out there from indie people. There are a billion other better books out there from IDW and Boom and Dynamite and whoever, right? That tell a more coherent and interesting story than this. I would love for this to be good. I would love for fans of Youngblood to be stoked about this book. Other than, like, you know, you were 14 years old and you have some nostalgia for that time you walked into the store and you seen Youngblood and you picked up some issues and you're like, oh, Glory was great and Evangeline and whatever, right? I would love for this stuff to be good, because this stuff being good would be good for everyone. It would be good for every person in the industry, right? Because, you know, if this was good and it was something that was collected into a trade and people would talk about and care about 5 years from now, that's better for everyone. That lifts that, you know, that high tide that lifts all boats. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is forgettable slop. It is boomer unk slop. You know what I mean? Like, I get why there's a younger generation out there that looks at this stuff and thinks it's trash and thinks it's like boomer shit, because it 100% is. It's not telling a good story. It's not making you like or enjoy the characters in any way. It is not making it so that in any way, shape, or form, the medium is even slightly elevated, right? And it's not even making it elevated for these characters. You're not seeing these characters and being like, man, this is good. Like, I didn't know Youngblood was good. And like any of it, right? And like, and that's the thing. Like, if this is like, you know, Rob's baby, so to speak, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he gets, he's loving his Deadpool residuals and all that other stuff, right? But this very specifically is doing him no favors. It's doing nothing for his legacy. It's doing nothing for anybody who worked on this book. You know, it's a credit. You can be like, oh, I got Youngblood to issue 100 and I worked on it. It's a credit. And you can say that you worked on it, but it's not good work. It's not an interesting story. It's not anything like that. And to me, that is the saddest part about this whole thing. You have 6 issues that literally lead nowhere, that resolve nothing, that don't make you feel anything for anyone in this book. If anything, it makes me dislike these characters more. And I just don't think it's worth anything. I literally think like this, if anything, has done more damage to Rob as a creator and Youngblood as an IP than leaving it dormant or hiring somebody else and just having Rob do covers or layouts or something, and then having a proper story editor come in and address it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want this shit to be good. I would love for it to be good. It's not good. Like, there's no way around it. There's not enough fanboy nostalgia that makes this a coherent story, that makes these characters interesting, that makes a story with a full beginning, middle, and ending enjoyable for the reader. No, Noah, I am not. Now, back to Imp here, where he does rhyme. Now, and see, here's the other thing. Here's another inconsistency with this book, with this character. Tell me you can take a licking and keep on ticking. He rhymes sometimes, but not all the time. So you can't even be consistent enough with the writing of this character who supposedly rhymes all the time to make him rhyme all the time, right? You can't take that extra time to piece out his dialogue. You can write pages upon pages of the battle commenced and their fear was glazed over by their tenacity and rich, full, blooded coffee aroma. Like, you can write this nonsense that fills these books, but none of it means anything. None of it is interesting. None of it is like emotionally gratifying or like, Hey, but here's the thing. Rob doesn't have to be Shakespeare to tell a hero's journey-esque story where we care about Shaft, or at least even are brought through the story with Shaft and Badrock and the rest of the team. None of that happens in a coherent way, right? Like, it's a pastiche of stories, and there's a hint that things have happened, but he does a lot of telling you about things and very little showing. There's just a ton of like headshots and people saying things in random areas with no introduction, no sense of stakes, none of that stuff, right? It's very, very unfortunate. Now, Diehard's here. You again. But you talk differently than before. Yeah, they don't like that Golem style speech thing. The keep fixed him. So like now they have they have literally commented on what I just said, that he wasn't always rhyming. And so now supposedly the Keep have fixed him because they didn't like his speech thing, they fixed him. I hate this book. It's so stupid. So we're back here to the phantom punchy zone with the brushes. We're here with the Gumroad brushes that we got off of Mark Burnett's Gumroad. Sign up to his newsletter. Well, at least they are good for something. Oof. Try as you might, you won't stop them. They're going to crumble like a cookie. You'll have a front row seat for all of it. Yes, here we go, Dale. This is the first time in almost 6 issues that we've seen a punch go past the person and the fist be visible. Instead of, because normally he would have zoomed in on that shot, right? Like normally, here we'll screenshot this. This is the shot we would have normally got right there, right? We wouldn't have seen the arms. We just would have got this, and like that Karak. I'll cancel that. That Karak would have been like behind this guy, right? Like behind Imp. So anyway, delusions are still part of your basic programming, I see. And then he thwacks them, and they're still fighting in this negative zone. The Keep promised me my own planet, just like the Mormons, but without the special underwear? What is this fever dream of nonsense? I don't get it. Like this is what I'm talking about. The dialogue is atrocious in this. Just completely atrocious. Hey, Chris. Hey, God of Fuck 777. How you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Maybe you are enticed by the special underwear. Who can say? So here we go. They're still fighting in this negative zone. Like we have no idea where they're fighting. There has been no introduction to them and why they're fighting. And this is like the 3rd time they have just fought, right? And one of the times when they fought, Die Hard punched him so hard that he sent him into the stratosphere, right? Like he literally was into the atmosphere and bounced off of Golden Gandalf, right? The Supreme Wizard guy. And I'm just like, what is even happening? Why, like, if Die Hard can punch someone into the stratosphere, why is he having prolonged fights with these people? Right? Like the nonsensicalness and lack of anything. Because, like, what is this? Why is this fight happening? And what does it have to do with the story? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that baffles me from start to finish with these books. There's fights happening, and you're just getting random punch fests, and then nothing, like, is earned. Nothing's gained from it. Nothing, like, the fight doesn't achieve anything. It doesn't move the story forward. Right? Yeah, Hobo Gandalf, exactly. Yeah, sometimes they do bun shots. It's just how it is. So they're fighting, and then, you know, they also powered me up. I'm stronger than ever before. You don't stand a chance. You served your purpose. Time to power down, R2. Star Wars reference. And then off the thing, get away from my friend. And then he's like being zapped. And then out of nowhere, suddenly out of nowhere, Badrock, holding what we can only presume is Thor's hammer, right? Because in the previous issues, they went on a little trip. They fought 3 robots, which was a big deal apparently, and Shaft killed one of them off screen. And then they walked 3 feet and went, oh, we found Thor's hammer. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now entering the Yabba Dabba Thunder Boom. What does that even fucking mean? What the hell does that even fucking mean? Like, he could have said, you're now entering the danger zone. It's hammer time. Would it maybe been more appropriate? Something. So we just have a whole page. This is a 22-page book that's supposed to be the culmination of a 6-issue story arc. Literally nothing has happened in this book. We had 3 or 4 pages of just Shaft shooting arrows at nothing. Now we have terrible dialogue, and then just a big shot of Badrock's head. For what? Where's he come from? What's he doing? Why did he not say hammer time? Why am I disappointed that the dialogue is worse than I think it would even be? Right? Like if he just said it's yabba dabba doom, I'm bringing the boom. I you know what I mean? What? No. It's just terrible, right? So anyway, Badrock calls the thunder, he throws his hammer. He does say it's hammer time. It's hammer time. He throws the hammer, and here's the thing. Listen, I've been married a long time ago. Where'd you come from? Where did you go? Cotton Eye Joe. Okay? Listen, don't worry about it. So, he throws the hammer, and here's the thing. Again, he brought down the thunder and took out Imp. You are correct, Chris. It makes no sense. And now, he's in the sky somewhere. He's throwing a hammer at who? Who is he throwing the hammer at? We have not been introduced to where this is even happening at. He just comes in, throws his hammer. I'm going to assume that is the Golden Gandalf Sorcerer Supreme guy that killed Thor in the other issue off screen. Right? They made mention of it, but they never actually showed it happen or why it happened or anything. So he gets the hammer, he throws it at him. Ugh. Comes right back like a boomerang. See? I am so worthy. The dialogue is atrocious. And then he says, hit me with your best shot, Shepard. Fire away. Song lyrics all over the place. Doesn't make it any better. Listen, good God, I can't imagine. If there was an editor, this wouldn't be so terrible. Again, we're here with our Gumroad brushes, and someone Happy Tree Village painted some clouds, right? So they're spinning their thing, they're going. He's still now here. He was spinning it to deflect his thing in his other hand. Now he is suddenly spinning the hammer in his right hand. He was left-handing it here to deflect this blast from Shepard. Now he's right-handing here, and he's like, if Chris Evans qualifies for this thing, I was a shoo-in for sure. So now this Youngblood book, not only does it never keep anything consistent, it is now bringing up Marvel movie continuity and real people into it, right? We can't even focus on legitimate plot points. We have to have throwaway dialogue about Chris Evans and Thor, right? It's terrible. Taste what Mjolnir's been cooking. A boy and his fool toy. He gets punched by Shepard. After, again, another one of those punches that you never see connect and you never see the fist go back past the guy's face. It's so bad. It's so bad. Even those anointed by the gods will bow before the keep. You fought alongside us once. What happened to you? And he punches him again, and it's a punch that, way after the fact, you don't see it hit. You don't see the fist. You don't see the follow through. You don't see anything. They're just is terrible. And then we get another, there's so much punching and nothing actually fucking happens. Why are they fighting him? Why did he need Thor's hammer? Why is any of this happening? Oh, listen, the dialogue in this is fucking terrible. Took us some time to figure out a countermeasure for you this time around. Now, here's the thing. Is Thor's hammer the countermeasure? Because at no friggin' point did they say anything about it. And here's the thing. If Thor's hammer is the countermeasure, why didn't it work for Thor? Why did the shepherd literally kill Thor in a panel, in an inset panel in issue 3? Do you know what I'm saying? None of this stuff makes any sense, right? None of it is actually coherent. None of it has a plot through line that actually leads you to any proper conclusion or actual storytelling that goes, oh, that's why they did that. Oh, so they're planning to do this to defeat him this way. I hope that plan works. None of that is actually happening. It is incredibly poor storytelling. It's incredibly poor plotting, planning, and execution. And it's infuriating that they're charging money for this, right? This is like if he had the idea, thumbnailed all these pages, and then never went back to make sure it all made sense, right? Because sometimes you're I need this scene to happen. I want them to fight here. It needs to happen on an oil field because, I want big oil explosions and fire shooting up through the thing as they crack the earth. And I get how sometimes you set up points and plot ideas and then you got to figure out how to get there. But the thing is he never figures out how to get there. He just kind of has these little islands of points and then races to them, but never makes any of the journey to get there interesting, motivated, or have any intent for the characters or any fear or any do you know what I mean? There's zero emotion, zero stakes. Things just happen. Me and Mjolnir proved to be too much. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Right? Because he thwacked him with the hammer, apparently, and then now his head is split like a Terminator, like a liquid Terminator. My God. You have but broken what could not be broken. Is that my fucking patience? Okay. So the first word out of his mouth is Maximage. You're here. Was wondering where you've been. Maximage was back however many issues. They showed him standing there once. And he went, you guys got to get that hammer. Didn't tell them why. There was no anything, right? They didn't even introduce Maximage. I recall very vividly how they said, oh, Arcadia in, whatever it was, issue, 1993, right? We had our crack team of young unks, boomer researchers tell us what issue that Maximage and Arcadia and all this stuff showed up in, right? And so, but they didn't introduce Maximage that way and say, they said, hey, here's where Arcadia first appeared, but they didn't care to tell us where Maximage first appeared. And so Max Mage is clearly just Doctor Strange because Rob has no original characters. Every character is basically a stand-in for somebody from the Marvel universe. Like Badrock is just the Thing. Like Badrock is just the Thing. He is Ben Grimm, except a far less interesting character. Right? Maximage, Doc Strange, except far less interesting. I'm everywhere at once, directing operations around the globe. This is my astral form. Right? And like, what operations is he directing? They're at no point have they said, hey guys, this is the plan. This unit is going to go here and, fight the keep. Like, Badrock has taken Thor's hammer and he is going to fight Shepard. Shaft is going here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is no, like, all right, team, let's fucking do this. Like, we've got the plan. We're ready to go. That never happens. At any point, is there ever a single semblance of a plot or plan to move forward, right? And we're on issue 6, and people are just randomly saying stuff. So Shepard is like, I am undone. I hit him so hard he's disappearing? It's all part of the plan. We're winning. Stay the course. Help is on the way. See, and nobody knows the plan. I don't even think that the characters in this story know the plan. It is all just like, I guess we'll show up and there's a plan? Somebody's got a plan, right? Yes. They're like cockroaches. They're everywhere. Who is? Like, what are these little, like, why suddenly is Badrock ginormous compared to these things that are flying around him, these people? And then we got this, like, hero shot of Prophet together. We will win the day, Badrock. From what? What are the stakes here? Who are you fighting? I haven't even seen who you're fighting. Like, is there armies? Is there hundreds of thousands of people there? The people the keep, who are, essentially these giant celestial gods. Where are they at? Why are they not stomping around, wreaking havoc? And why are there no shots of, like, Prophet going like, damn, that's going to be tough. Like, there's nothing. There's no stakes. There's nothing, right? Yeah, right? Like, listen, you made rice and steak for this very moment, and I hope it sustains you. I hope it leads you to the future. Okay, so now we've introduced everybody in a full screen, right? We've introduced everybody. We've reintroduced the team. Then we reintroduced Die Hard, Badrock, and Shaft again. Each issue for 6 issues. We've introduced the team, we've introduced the main characters, and we've taken valuable words, pages, and plot time just to continually keep reintroducing these characters. So we're going to do that again. John David Prophet, super soldier, relentless. Armed with a ferocity as unmatched, a berserker without equal. A man out of time and space, created in a world of great war. He has been reanimated for one final mission, the total and complete annihilation of the keep. Thwack. So, was he dead? Hey, listen. A1. That is the thing. So what was the point or the story? We are 6 issues in, don't know. I don't know. Like in the broad stroke, Shepherd and the Keep have attacked Earth. They haven't said why. And then they took over Earth because 2 years have passed and Die Hard was enslaved. Right? But at no point is there a reason for it other than for that to be the reason. Right? Like they're not like there are things that happened, like, you know, like I said, issue 1, AD 33, Xerxes on the Megalodon, for some strange reason, transferred a bunch of people from the year 33 AD. Why? They never said. It was never brought up again. Right? So now we're just suddenly told here that Prophet was brought back for one final mission, reanimated from what I would assume is the dead. Right? But you don't know that. They just tell you this, introduce this character who was at the end of the last issue, and no one goes, "Oh, Prophet, you're alive?" Like, no one's surprised to see him. He's just standing there. And like, do you know what I mean? Like, and that's the problem, right? There are no stakes with any of these characters. There's no moment of awe. There's no, and here's the thing. There is no celebration of his return. It doesn't mean anything if he just walks on, if he just shows up and people are like, "Oh, hey, bro, what's up? Dead, huh? Back again? From one final mission? Cool." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it takes any of the gravitas, any of the weight of his return away. If there's nothing special about it, then why even bring it up? Right? Like just telling me he's been brought back for one final mission. You didn't even know he was dead. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know he was sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so ridiculous that, like, after all this time, they bring the series back, they bring characters back, and literally it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like to me, the squandered potential of all of this is what makes it so frustrating. And it literally feels like I'm getting cliff notes of a better comic book, right? Like I'm getting like just these little short bits, like, and it's like somebody else, like, I feel like Rob is like giving me the like the last time on Youngblood version of the events in comic form, right? And it's like somewhere there's like an actual comic where all these events are fleshed out, and you're like, "Oh shit, Prophet's back," and, like, you know, all this stuff is fleshed out, and it has gravity to it, and it's interesting, and people are both shocked, surprised, and impressed that he's returned, and him being on the battlefield and tearing shit up is cool. Right? Like to me, that's the saddest part about this, is that it's squandered. Is that this potential is wasted. Is that if this is your legacy, it's, to me, tarnished. Right? Like, it doesn't make any sense to put this out. And, like, here's the thing. Maybe he doesn't care. Whatever. Maybe it's just a job to him, and maybe he just is collecting the paycheck, and this is what it is, and it is what it is, bro. Right? Like, you know what I mean? He's like, "Yeah, I made it. I drew it. Some of these guys inked it. This dude colored it. I don't know. It's selling all right, I guess." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's no standard. There's no quality control. There's no, like, "Oh, this should have got a second pass." Like, "Oh, maybe we could have made Prophet coming back, like, way more interesting. Maybe there was a one shot before issue 5 that gave you some semblance of what happened with Prophet." why he's back. All, like, do you know what I mean? Like, all this kind of stuff is just plopped out there, making that splash in the toilet, and no one cares. Like, it literally, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't, it is literally like here's content, consume more content, enjoy. Like, it's just, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's worse, like getting like woke comic books where everyone's running around going like, be gay, do crimes, and like all your favorite characters are now like black or gay, or gay and black. Like, and it doesn't make any sense. And it's just like, okay. Like, I don't know which is preferable. Like, it is like somebody just like pooping out terrible comics preferable to them being like terrible and woke. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what is the difference at this point? Like, I don't know. I just shake my head at it, right? Like, it's like to me, it's like two sides of the same coin. It's like, you're either putting out trash nostalgia bait, like Garbo comics, or you're getting like people like desecrating your favorite characters, right? Like, like, which is it? Like, which is it, guys? Ugh. Okay, so Prophet is powered by Doc. That's direct orbital command. I remembered it from the last episode. So Prophet is powered by Doc, direct orbital command, a satellite that guides and instructs, helps his process. What? Is he a robot too now? What? Is Prophet a robot? Is everybody a robot? Is that why everybody just says dumb shit? Like, is Prophet a robot? Am I like? Can somebody tell me, is Prophet a robot? Am I a robot? Like, what? Like, what the fuck is like? All right. Prophet is powered by Doc, a satellite that guides and instructs, helps him process his movements. That's written in a weird way. These drone soldiers are meant to slow our progress, John. They act as a horde. Their numbers are their strength. But where is this horde of people? He's punching one dude. Like, and this is my problem, right? Like, there's no establishing shot to show the odds anyone's up against, like, ever. Like, if you would have just like had him standing there and like had like 100 guys coming up over a hill, or even 10 guys, like, you know what I mean? And then like, I don't know. Okay, so everyone's a robot. John, this is no drone, an alien species of mixed breed. And he's like, rawr, you know? So, yep. Then, oh, boom, we got a big dog. Kodiak, new gene positive, feral, possibly rabid? This is not a creature to be trifled with. Scale me up. Maximum power. He's gonna feel me. And then he's like, wakakoom! Time to play, and he knocks the dude back. But see, like, we still don't even know where Prophet is fighting him from. Right? Like, this is the thing that drives me crazy. There's no shot of where they are, where this is on the battlefield. Like, is Prophet fighting right beside where Badrock and Die Hard were fighting Shepard and Imp? You know, is Shaft, who was shooting all those arrows, is he fighting alongside these guys? Like, there is no like connective tissue. It would literally just take a shot of them, or two of them back to back or something like that, being like, oh, like, you know, like, you've got the hammer and I've got the sickle, like, you know, damn, we're in a pickle. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. Like, they're just like, everyone's just fighting in this weird, like, Nexus negative zone thing. Right? Like, listen, yeah, why is everybody larger than Badrock? Okay, and so now we've got what I assume is his version of Warren Worthington III, Archangel. You're going to have to take us all out. Who? Like, we got the Celestial Keep guy up here, and then we got some buildings and some brick in the background. This is no longer your world. You're a relic from another time. You were meant for more than this. That's Prophet. So here's what's crazy about that. Right? So Prophet was fighting the dog guy and like punching this like what looks like RoboCop here, right? Like he's fighting these guys, he jumps in. At no point does it look like he's fighting in a city. Right? Like at no point, like we're just in like Photoshop backgrounds, Gumroad brushes, the movie. And then like he's down here and then he suddenly fight in front of these guys. Like do you know what I'm saying? Like just an establishing shot to show where people are. I shouldn't see him fight for 3 or 4 pages and however many pages before that and not know where anybody is relative to anybody else that's fighting ostensibly together, right? Like it's completely baffling to me. So now Warren Worthington III shows up here. We were meant to rule. You seedlings don't owe the keep anything. And then he like ka-chunks him again off, off screen. He punches a dude or hits him or does whatever. And then here's the other thing. We got you, Johnny. Why is this guy so giant? What? He was just little here. Like, did he just grow? Like, what is even happening? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there is no point of place. There's no establishing shot. There's no sense of scale, anything like that. Like, you just don't know where people are or what's happening halftime. And then out of nowhere, Chapel, like Savage Land Chapel, shows up holding his vacuum gun. Take a beat, friend. We'll finish taking out the trash. And then Die Hard's here. Like, is Imp dead? Like, did he just leave Imp back there? Like, are they 3 feet away from where the lightning came down and hit Imp? Like, what? And then again, together, they move as one unit. Swift and certain. Really? They're together? Like, people have been fighting for however long, and now you're just showing Badrock and Shaft, like, adjacent to each other? Vogue and Combat adjacent to each other? Like, it's baffling. Sensing victory is close at hand. Nothing like putting, Nothing like putting belt straight to ass on these freaks. Like, we don't even know what you're doing. Like, like here it says whoomp. Like, what is he doing? Like, who is he punching somebody? Is he hitting with a hammer? Is he like, choking some bitch out? Like, I don't understand what's going on. He's like, keep stomping, team. They're on the run. Can't let them off the mat. Like, we haven't even seen who they're actually fighting. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there is like, where are these hordes of people? Like Vogue what is she doing? Nothing. Like, do you know what I mean? And her eye is wonky. Everybody's eye is wonky. Baffling. The Imperions, the ruling class at the keep, observe the rebellion unmoved. The insurgents wear down their futile efforts, and in crushing defeat, their best will not be enough. And we got some buildings here and some waves crashing. Such is, it always is. In these matters, the keep will prevail. Feels good, right? Victory is certain. More fodder. You are amused. And here's what drives me crazy. But you're starting to realize that you're overestimated your position here. You're beginning to wonder if you've miscalculated your place in the food chain. Now, here's how I know this is bad storytelling. This should have been down here, and it should have been a page turn. The reveal of Lord Chapel should have been a page turn. You should have turned the page and went, oh shit, it's Lord Chapel. I'm both impressed and surprised. But instead, he ruins what should be a proper page turn by just, when you look at the page, you just see him there. Right? Like, there's no proper page turn reveal. Like, right? People used to write and still do write for the page turn. You turn the page and go, oh, crazy. Lord Chapel. But instead, he ruins it by doing that. Allow me to confirm your worst fears. Ha 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 ha. There's always a bigger fish. And so at no point when they showed Lord Chapel, and here's the other problem with scale and all this stuff, is they don't tell you or hint at or anything when Lord Chapel showed up at the end of, I believe it was issue 3, that he is anything but a normal sized dude, right? That he's just like, hey, I'm Lord Chapel. What up, dog? You know? Like, why is he bigger than even the Keep Celestial dudes, who are already towering over everyone on the horizon, giants in their own right? Right? So again, what? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And so this guy hasn't even said anything. He's just like, okay, like, I guess you're bigger than me. Like, all right, cool. You called yourselves rulers, conquerors even. This was never your world. And now they are the same size. Right? See, this is what I'm talking about, people. You can't roll, bro. You can't roll into my chat and be like, Rob's the goat. Liefeld's the goat. And then look at this book and tell me he's the goat. Right? Like, I don't know if it shows like your lack of intellect or that you're like, think that everybody else should fucking follow suit. Right? Like, it's just like, let's all fucking clap like seals. Rob's the goat. Rob's the goat. He can't even fucking keep things consistent in his own goddamn fucking book, you idiot. You're like, oh, he's the goat. Like, you're beyond fucking Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know, like, see you next Tuesday. Fucking Jesus. I just can't stand fucking clapping seals. It just drives me crazy. Right? Like, it's like, oh, Rob's the goat. Like, fuck off. So now suddenly Lord Chapel, who this dude here is, oh, look, he's barely up to, like, he's barely, from this scale wise, he's barely even bigger than his fucking forearm. Right? Like, standing there. Right? Like, he's like, here's his hand. Boom. So now they're the same size. If you're bigger than somebody, why would you shrink down to their size in the very next panel? Is that something a goat would do? The greatest of all time? He wouldn't understand what fucking scale is because he's so great. Because he's so fucking great. Jesus Christ. I just constantly surrounded by fucking morons. Drives me crazy. But all right. He's the goat. Let's, like, what a great legacy this goat has. The world is mine. Blast. Zap. Calling in the cavalry, ? No matter. Changes nothing. And then we see these guys who we've never seen. These guys have never been shown in the previous 5 issues. Is that something a goat would do? It's the greatest of all time. He can't even fucking keep his own characters on the same design they were in the previous issues. But he's the goat. Damn, he's good. Oh, he's so good. He can't tell a coherent fucking story But he's so good. He's the greatest of all time. My God. My God. Joke's on me. The last panel of this series is just going to be Rob waking up from a dream saying, that's a great idea. Man, listen. If that was the case, that would be incredible. Right? But I know it's not. Right? I know the goat. The goat just isn't getting it done. So now we have these rando celestials, rando keep, who, we've never seen. We seen that guy. Now we've got these like 3 or 4 other guys who just show up. Random, never introduced, never named, never shown up. Because there was only 2 of them when they showed up. And they flew off to Earth and they told them they were going to Earth. Right? But, since the greatest storyteller, the goat of all time, you're all toast. Bring everyone to the party. Blah. Then we're going to cut. Boom. Because nobody knows what's happening here. Not even the people in this story. Because this story is so good, right? It's Rob is 4D chessing us, right? Like the man who is the greatest of all time. Telling a story that we can't even comprehend. He's so good. Oh, he's so good. Darkthorn. Begone, foul charlatans, your stench doth offend me. The day of judgment is at hand. We got Loki, Tyrak rolling up. Straight up. Then we're looking over the shoulder of Lord Chapel. In an instant, the keep are felled. Because things just happen. There is no stakes. People just roll in, and then it's like resolved, right? Because there is no battle. There is no nothing. Loki, why is Loki here then? Right? Like, why are we bookending it with Loki? We watched you over many months, measuring your power. To put it bluntly, you're bad for business. I've been starving for souls. Order has been restored. Our order. See, in the end, the keep were undone by those that could not be seen by their celestial instruments. Dark powers that existed since before time shaped the earth. Let's no. We got to respect the goat. We got to get this read through right. Dark powers that have existed since before time shaped the earth would have their say. Without the Empyreans to power them, their machines collapsed. On this day, infinite possibilities emerged. New allies joined the cause. Extreme warriors stepped to the fore, ready and willing to strike hard, strike fast for freedom. Right? So now we're just showing random ass characters in action shots. We are doing an action montage of people for no reason. We're goating it up here. This is a master class on storytelling. We have now been treated to the chef's kiss of this magical, majestic goat that is Rob. Get the fuck out of here. Earth's greatest defender. Sweep the planet, ridding the world of the last remaining armaments. Stay on target, Primer. Lock in and strike. Literally nothing happened. There was no fight. There was no battle. Everything just kind of happened somewhere. Like there isn't even a place where this final battle happened. They didn't go Ground Zero, Kansas. The Keep that's where they had Die Hard. That's where this happened. That's where that happened. This is where we're making our final stand. None of that. We don't know why anybody was where they were. We don't even know if they were beside each other, in front of each other. Nobody like shook hands. Nobody was back to back. And then till well after however many pages into this battle, they showed a couple people standing beside each other. Right? Like, yeah. Listen, it's Mad Labs, the comic book, right? Like, you have Mad Libs. Sorry, it's Mad Libs, the comic book, right? Like, I've got to go in and it's like, it says like, he threw him down, and I write Ted Danson. And then it's like, oh, they came from outer space, right? It's just like Mad Lab, like fucking just, ugh. Mad Libs, the comic. It's just so dumb, right? Like, but cool, bro. Even the losers don't know it's over until it's too late. So here's my other problem. Again, for the 50th time, and hopefully for the last time, these guys are flying in to where? Where are these guns shooting them from? Is this in Kansas? Is this in an airship? Is this in a city somewhere? Is there a keep that this is mounted to? Right? Like, where is this cleanup happening? We don't know, because they never explain any of it. Big Brother to base. Targets are eliminated. The region is clear. Well, good thing. Good thing they just cleaned it up. Done and dusted, I guess. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there are no stakes, anything. It's just like, oh, do you need a drink? There's one in the fridge. Go get it. You got it? Okay, cool. Move on. We're good. Retards. All over the place. As the dust settles across the battlefields of Earth, the realization begins to dawn on the brave souls that saved humanity. What did they save them from? There was no stakes. There was nothing. Nothing fucking happened in this book. Why did the people on the ship that were transported from AD 33, why were they transferred here? What equal and opposite exchange was required for them to be transferred here? What did anyone do at any point for any of this to happen? Literally, it is like a fever dream of somebody like slightly remembering bits and pieces of a story that happened that they put together in a book. It's not even a fully realized story. It's not even a fully realized idea. It's like somebody thumbnailed something, they inked it, they colored it in ramshackle random order, and then people started just splatting fucking post-it notes of random fucking like sentences into a book. Was our collective sacrifice worth it? Can we rebuild society, reshape a better world than the one we lost? We haven't even seen how this affected anyone. We didn't even see anybody on the planet worried about the keep, worried about being enslaved. We hadn't seen anything. We didn't, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't seen a tricycle just sitting there with no kid on it. We haven't mourned the loss of anything. We haven't even mourned the potential loss of anything. Nothing has fucking happened here. Literally. It has been a 6-issue fucking pinup gallery where nothing has happened. And some people have punchied and nothing, like, yeah, like no one has finished the fight. Nothing has been resolved. The hope is what remains. The hope is what will guide us. Like, I hope for a fucking competent story. It's crazy. Yeah, your dream sequence scenario doesn't seem so crazy. Yeah, listen. Hope for a brighter future. Unity for everyone, no matter their race, station, or creed. Was it about race? Like, did the keep come down and were they trying to, like, enslave just a specific race? Just anything? Were they, like, they just picked, like, oh, Ugandas? Like, all you Uganda knuckles over there. Yeah. You guys, do you know the way? You know? Like, is that what happened? No. Nothing fucking happened in this book. We will cling to the fear that forged our resolve. We can't restore the time and peace that was stolen from countless lives. We have literally not seen anything affect anyone on the planet at any point. They're like you didn't see like the Keep Celestials or any of these people just swath their hand through a city or scoop people up and crush them into juice in their hands, right? They weren't like drinking the juice of their like captors, or do you know what I mean? Like, everything is implied. Like, oh yeah, there's like, yeah, like, oh, the world's in danger, guys. Like, you know, if we don't do something, let's fight these guys over here because the world might be in danger, right? Like, just fucking clown shoes. Like, anybody who thinks this is good, I think you're an idiot. I think you're super low IQ, and I'm being generous and nice, right? Because there is nothing about this that is good. There is no story being told. There is no like cool scenes that like there's no scenes where you are moved through an area, right? Like, at no point does like Shaft walk through something and you get an actual sense of place. Yeah. What happened to Xerxes? He was in the first two like issues. He beat the sweet crap out of Supreme and Kid Supreme and Lady Supreme. And then, you know, just, oh, I'm gone. He ran off with Timu Cable, right? And what happened to Timu Cable? He went off with Xerxes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even if like that, and that is the worst part of this. If you come at this in good faith, and I believe I have, right? Like, I've taken all the plot points that he has tried to stretch out across these 6 issues and hope that they actually led somewhere. Hope that characters who got brought in or plot points that got picked up actually meant something, that actually wanted to bring you to a place that there would be an execution of an actual story. There would be execution of an actual world-changing event that this team had to fight against and grow and become a better team, or lose people in the team and pick up new people and do all this stuff where you're like at the end, like, oh man, they went through it. Like, damn. You know? Like, oh man, Vogue only has 1 leg now. That's crazy. Like, you know, man, she got this crazy cybernetic leg made from Thor's hammer. Like, do you know what I mean? Like something. Like, but there is no story here. There's ideas that a story happened, right? Like, there's like he says things about things, but there is no actual thing happening. There is no story, right? And it's like, you know, so they're going to cling to the fear that forged their resolve. We can't restore time and peace that was stolen from countless lives. Like, we didn't even see a single person lost, killed. Like, in the first 2 issues, they didn't even show the fucking deck of the ship, the Megalodon, right? Like, you didn't even know that there was somebody, like, in the crew quarters. You didn't even know it had, like, rooms in the ship. It was just in this weird, majestic space area, you know, that was all, like, Photoshop brushes. And, like, and whoever colored this issue was like, oh, look, I'm going to do clouds. Like, I'm going to experiment with clouds. It's just ridiculous. But we will preserve, we will thrive, we will renew. Like, how much of the Earth was destroyed, if any? Right? Like, we just got these, like, what is this? Like, what is there that's laying there? Like, is that like a ship of some kind? Like, what is that? Like, what happened to the people who were transferred from AD 33? Right? And then Okay, here's what's killing me. Here's what's like eating the soul of this young man. All right. So now we're here. Together we face the greatest threat in the history of our world. We rallied and battled back. We fought until we were victorious. Whatever the challenges we face in the future, we will draw from this experience. In our darkest moments, we did not break. We stood united. Our union, once joined, changed mankind through Our union, once joined, changed mankind. Though strained, we did not shatter. Now and forever, we are and shall remain Youngblood. This has been the most boomer-unk wet fart of a book that I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, you have characters like Vogue who have literally done nothing. She has, like, if ever there were people who were like wallpaper, Vogue, Sundance, whatever that other girl with the goggles was, right? Silence. Like, the characters in here literally do nothing, say nothing, and when they say something, it's for someone else to do something, and even when that person does something, it is of no consequence. It just baffles. I just shake my head at this whole thing, right? And so that's it. That is the end of Youngblood. That is issue 100. Up next in July, we have ourselves a giant size #1 Youngblood, which I will not be reviewing. I will not be looking at it. I will not even sniff the air that it also sniffs. I am done with this trash. This has been the biggest waste of everyone's time and potential that I have ever seen in comics. Right? Like, this could have been something. This could have been 6 issues where you're like, oh man, this was pretty cool. And like, these little guys right here, they were on other covers and never even showed up in the book. Right? Like, those little dudes have been on previous covers and didn't even show up in the book. Well, this guy's Cougar. I'll take that back. Cougar showed up. This here guy right here, like, it's like mini Wolverine or whatever he is. He didn't show up in the book anywhere. Right? And so, yeah, and there's a Bad Rock book, right? Like, I honestly, like, I just shake my head at this whole thing. Hey, look, some good art. Joe Jusko. Like, I just shake my head at this whole thing. Man, I wish somebody was getting a Christmas special. Whoo! Process sketches. Every issue, no matter how hard I try, panels and sequences fail to make the cut. Think about it. Things got cut. Think about that. Things got cut out of this book because they failed to make the cut. Here are a few that got left behind when creating issue 100. And so, like, yeah, him punching. This would have been, this page right here would have at least been better than the one that ended up in the book. Here's another big shot of thing. Like, guys. I'm honestly, I'm just left baffled by it. Like, I don't understand how many hands, like, Rob drew and wrote most of the book. However many hands went over it in inks and colors and a letterer. And at no point did anybody go, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. right? Like it baffles me to no end that no one went, dude, I don't even understand what's happening. Where did these guys come from? Like, even if you were just like talking in the workplace or over like emails, right? Like, I don't understand how anybody working on this book who seen the book before it was lettered or went to like, was like, what happens here? Like, where are they fighting at? Like, who? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what a colossal like waste of everyone's time. Like, and here's the thing, I legitimately feel bad for the fans of this book. I feel bad for like anybody who paid money for these books. And like the sad part is there's a bunch of people out there like, I got the this cover and I got the Kirkman cover, and it's like the Kirkman cover, the head on it is like fucking 5 times too big. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, I'm just blown away. I'm just blown away. Like, and here's the thing. I don't think Rob is an untalented person. I don't think, like, I also don't think he's an idiot. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I actually don't have a dislike for Rob as a person. Like I said, I'm sure he's a wonderful guy. I'm sure if you sat down and had a conversation with him and talked comics or talked art or whatever, it would probably be really enjoyable, right? Like, he's very enthusiastic about comics, right? That's undeniable. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, but like this outing, this right here is bad. Like, you cannot look at it subjectively, objectively. The craft is poor. The storytelling is poor, right? Like, you can be like, oh, I like the colors on this, or that was a cool splash page, or I like this panel, or whatever. Sure, I'll give you that. But the problem is that it doesn't form a cohesive whole. I don't read those 6 issues and go, man, that was a satisfying story with a beginning and middle and an end. And I walked away from it satisfied that, like, they went on this adventure, there was the world was at stake, and they triumphed. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are tons of comics that come out on a regular basis that do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. Like, that is my entire problem with this whole thing. Hey, Scamps, what's going on? You know what else is poor? Our power. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, like, see, here's the thing, Scamps. Like, maybe, like, as Rob was writing these scripts, he kept losing power and then was just remembering how good the script it was that he wrote. And then that's the comic that we get, the Fever Dream Cliff Notes version of the actual story that he intended to write. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't. Like, I just, like, I was, here's the thing. By the time I got to issue 3, issue 4, I knew I was in for a shit show, right? Like, I went in being like, okay, you know, like, there's some certain things here that I'm not a huge fan of or whatever. But maybe it's gonna take me somewhere. Maybe it's gonna take me on a journey and I'm gonna be surprised, right? Like, it's gonna come up and I'm gonna go like, all right, cool. You know? And this is the thing. Like, if Rob dies tomorrow, you know, like, heaven forbid, this is the last thing he did. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that just, like, it's sad. It's sad. Like, I'm just like, I would have loved to come out of this being like, dude, go pick this up. Like, go grab these issues. This is fun. Right? Like, I would honestly, I would prefer to like things than dislike them every day of the week. Like, I would rather be stoked. I'd rather come out of here and go, man, that was cool. Shaft and Badrock are a really great duo, yada, yada, yada. Like, do you know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, I'm just kind of like, I'm not overly surprised, but I kind of wish I was surprised for the better. Right? Like, I wish that the journey I was taken on was satisfying. I wish I'd come out of this being like, man, this was pretty good. Like, you know, like it's such a weird thing to me. Like, it's like, oh, look, after, like, cause that's the thing. After 30 plus years of being in comics, you think you'd learn a thing or two, right? You think you would have gotten better at storytelling. You'd think you would have gotten better at pacing. You think you would have gotten better at anatomy. You think you would have, like, not drawn every person's eye up and off to the side for every character forever, right? Like, you'd think that wouldn't be the case, but here we are, you know? Yeah, that's the thing. It's really disappointing. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Wish I was, taller. Wish I was a baller. Wish I had a girl in a crib I'd call her. You know? Pulling the rabbit out of a hat. 6 point, you know. Anyway, yeah, like, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, yes, like, it is 100, like, Rob is 100% riding on the coattails of his past success. 100%. Because, like, here's the thing. Rob could take a shit on a napkin, squish it together, and open it, and people would want to see what it looked like. Right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like there's there's this weird thing about Rob where people are kind of like, it's kind of like, oh, like, you know, it's kind of like, it's like the kid in the helmet. Like Rob is 100% the kid in the helmet. Like, he is like Corky from Life Goes On. It's like, people are like, oh man, like, yeah, he did it. Oh, look at him go. He's doing it. Oh, like, he got there himself. Like, do you know what I mean? And then it's like, because he could put out work and he could do things, but, like, this he's literally just shitting this stuff out. Like, I would just, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it's this wasted potential. It's squandered, right? Like, why put this out when you could have just had somebody go over it once and go, okay, this doesn't make any sense, right? Like, just like one editor, one like good writer, just throw that guy a $500 bill, just like peel it off and just go, bro, can you just take a pass over this and give me some notes, you know, and I'll fix anything that, like, seems off. Right? Like, yeah, like, he's kid in the helmet, he's on the short bus, right? But everybody's like propping him up and pushing him through. It's like, oh, look at that, Rob's doing it. He's got it. He's a good boy. Look at him go. You know. Like that, like, it's just one of those things, right? Like, it's just like, there are so many other people out there, even from his, like, era, who are still doing great work and even better work than they've ever done, right? And then you get this, and you're just like, what? Like, what are we doing here? You know? Yeah, I'm just baffled by it. I don't know. But yeah, listen, guys. I don't tell you. But that, guys, that is going to do it for me, right? Youngblood issue 100 / issue 6 of this 6-story arc is complete. Thanks, Rob. I guess, you know, I mean, my absolute recommendation is to not buy it, to not ever look at it, to not waste your time with it. I feel like, you know, just, I don't know. I just shake my head at it. It is what it is, right? And it's like, and this is kind of the problem. Like, I'll end with this. I was like, this is kind of the problem, is like those guys who are riding on the coattails of their past successes, is you have people still buying it, and so they can get away with it. They don't have, like, you don't have to improve if you can just show up and slap your name on something, and you're just going to be guaranteed to make a certain amount of money every time you show up, right? And so if all the like Rob simps keep showing up and just keep buying 10 of these covers and keep buying this crap, and I'm going to assume if you think like Rob's the GOAT, you're not reading these books, right? Like you're just buying the variants and you're putting them in your short box and you're like, I've got them all. I'm collecting the Pokemon. I'm collecting the Rob Liefeld Pokemon books, right? Like, yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like, and it speaks to the low intellect, the low reader IQ of comic collectors, right? And like I do honestly feel that way. If you're supporting this stuff like carte blanche, you're just rolling in and being like, yeah, Rob's the GOAT. You know, like you're like Beyond Wednesdays here who rolled in and was like, Rob's the GOAT. Like, if you're one of those fucking clowns, like straight up, like if you firmly believe that Rob is the GOAT and he is like the Stan Lee successor, you're an idiot. Like, straight up, you're just a fucking idiot. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. You're that stupid, right? Like, people with that low an IQ should not be allowed to make any decisions that are of import. Like, straight up, you know. Yeah, like it's just baffling, right? And so the people who are supporting this garbage are perpetuating this garbage and are keeping the actual quality of books low, right? Because that's the thing. People, if they know that they're like Rob's going to sell a certain amount of books, they're going to greenlight a Rob book over somebody who's doing good work every day, every fucking day of the week. They're going to do that, you know. But hey, Rob's the GOAT. We're going to hand out this trash hand over fist and we're going to lap it up. Oh, it's so good. Oh, this garbage is so good. You're just going to eat shit with a fucking smile and be like, Rob's the GOAT. And then you're just going to stuff all your worthless fucking variant covers in your short boxes and never read those books. Congratulations. You're making the industry worse. Incredible. Incredible. You know, congratulations to you, good sirs. Yeah, just dumb. Anyway, now that we know that everyone on the internet's retarded and queer, I'm going to say goodnight to you guys, everybody. Have a good one. And thank you all so very much for enduring this nonsense. I appreciate everybody who stopped in and viewed this and either was tormented by it or enjoyed my torment. But yeah, guys, like I said, I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for stopping in. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. You know? You know what I'm saying? Have a good one, guys. Bye.
I don't know, you and me are like Coke and icy. Coke and icy. Together, two and two, it will become yummy. Oh, so yummy. You want me, make you happy. I need you right now, hurt me. Love is so gay, but not in a homo way. No homo. I know this sometimes, see, we do talk like a baby. Talk like baby. Finally, I know this, you love me like you love mommy. Love your mother. Coca cannot live, I see. Love you like sugar daddy. Motherfucker, love is so gay, but not in a homo way. I don't know, you and me are like Coke and icy. Coke and icy. Together, two and two, it will become yummy. Oh, so yummy. You want me, make you happy. I need you right now, hurt me. Love is so gay, but not in a homo way. No homo. I know this sometimes, see, we do talk like like a baby. Talk like baby. Finally, I know this. You love me like you love mommy. Love your mother. Coca cannot live. I see. Love you like sugar daddy. Motherfucker. Love is okay, but not in a homo way.
Women.
I am not your bad. I ain't got